GF asked for an open relationship. I said we should break up instead, and now she doesn't want it. We are LDR at the moment and will be for the next 6 months. She called me last night and said we should have an open relationship for the next 6 months. I said that I don't have any interest in it, but if she wants then we can break up and she can do what she wants guilt-free. She then said it's not she wants. But this conversation has left a bad taste in my mouth. Is it a red flag, guys? You don't just get up one day and decide to have an open relationship, right? I don't know what to think here, please help guys. I've been in an LDR for over 3 years now. We floated the idea mutually initially, then I no longer wanted it and offered to end it. She preferred to stay together and we've been exclusive since. Communication is key, and someone wanting sex but also wanting to respect the relationship is not a red flag emo. If you have a reason to doubt her, that's a different issue, but her asking, then prioritizing the relationship, is fine. She already has a guy in mind. Open communication. Go back to her and talk about why she suggested it. Is the LDR too hard? Does she have her eye on someone? Is she worried she might meet someone? Suggestions from her girlfriends? A lot of people are tossing around open relationships like it's nothing nowadays. Friends could have suggested it for you guys as an option. Don't assume or listen to anyone here. She's the only person you should be picking their brain at. A lot of these situations end up with the partner who asked cheating anyways or even already cheating and just didn't want to get caught. Proceed with caution. Yes, red flag in my opinion. Why would she only ask for the next 6 months? It seems to me she either already has her eye on someone, or has already done something and wants to continue for a quick fling but to stop feeling guilty wants to let you sleep with someone else too. Proceed with the break-up. Breaking up doesn't require mutual consent. I've been in long distance 2 years and I didn't think of cheating. It was hard and lonely at times, but once you see your partner again it was worth waiting. She should think about her feelings and if she really want you and love you. Update. Just found out that my ex-boyfriend sold my dog that I thought was missing. I found this out from one of his coworkers who sent me a DM on IG after my ex was bragging about it to him and his friends. If you want to know the backstory, I already made a post about my ex causing my dog to go missing on this ACC about a month ago. I contacted my ex demanding that he give me the info on who he sold my fucking dog to so I can reach out to them. He acted like he didn't know what the fuck I was talking about and said his coworker was lying, so I contacted his friends and they were acting dumbfounded too. And I know this coworker isn't lying because he doesn't even know me or our situation with my dog, so why would he randomly make that up? This coworker went to a bonfire with my ex-boyfriend and his friends and they all got drunk and doing the usual, talking smack. This guy said that my ex talked about how he broke up with me cause I was getting depressing. I broke up with him weeks ago cause I started to resent TF out of him, so that's another lie, and he joked about selling my dog to someone he found on a pet website and then deleted the ACC after. He told them that he didn't expect me to be so down and started feeling bad, so he used the money to buy me gifts. I remember that exactly and now it pisses me off. Then he told everyone that even though I'm his ex, I'm still off limits, cause I'm gonna get back with him when I start missing his dick. I tried getting more details on who the buyers were, what website, and what city cause I can honestly care less what the fuck my ex is saying about me. It's the fact that this man had me believing my dog was lost for months, was mad at me for how I grieved, even helped me look for my dog knowing that he fucking sold him. I feel so much worse and all I can do is be angry all day and then cry all night. Oh, and to add insult to injury, this coworker wasn't even concerned with my dog being sold against my will. He told me he only felt prompted to try and talk to me just cause my ex said I was off limits, and he found my IG name when he asked my ex to see what I looked like. I'd what to do. I reported it and it's not much that can be done cause this wasn't said through text, so at the end of the day it's hearsay. I know that if I kiss my ex's ass and try and get back with him that he might just tell me who he sold my dog to, but I can't stomach doing that even though I'm desperate. I could beg his friends but I know they only know just as much as his coworker does. I honestly don't know that to do. Oh, I'm so incredibly sorry. Sadly, I figured he knew more than he was saying and was directly involved in the dog missing. The only upside is that the pup is still alive. He didn't take the dog to be euthanized. He's such a trash person. I'm so sorry for what you are going through. Dogs are considered property and if you can prove he sold it, go to the police and press charges. If you want something to do, get the police report and email every vet office in your area. Message them on FB, and post in every group you can with pictures of your dog. what happened, and the report hash. Maybe the buyers took the dog to the vet and someone recognizes him. Was the dog chipped? Edit. Just read that your dog was not chipped. Sorry for the loss. In the future, always chip your pets. A few thoughts. If you haven't cleared your search, browser history, look there. You might be able to find the website if he ever used any of your devices. If not, try Googling for pet sale websites. He probably just took the top result. Reach out to them and see if there was ever an account made with his email. Third, post pictures everywhere and say you have reason to believe your ex sold this dog without your knowledge. If you can get the name of the site where he was sold, I would think there's a good chance you can recover the dog. I'm so sorry you are dealing with this complete psycho. Your ex and his friends are a bunch of seriously, there are some really awful people out there. I am so sorry you're dealing with this. Best I can say is exposing him by posting a picture of your dog and him. Say how you broke up with your ex and he stole your dog and sold him. Tell your friends, family, tell his family, then post it all over social media. Lawyer up. Sue him for theft. Inherited money. How will this affect my relationship? Hello. As the title states, I've, 25M, been on a relationship with this girl, 23F, for around almost 3 years. We've been living together for half a year on an apartment. I pay most of the utilities and rent since my day job earns more, and she pays for groceries and does the cooking, I clean. A couple months ago my father passed away and I had a talk with his lawyer a couple days ago and found out I'm inheriting around $10 mil, USD. I live on a third world country and it's a shitload of money for us. I haven't told anyone, friends or family, yet. My question is, how do I break the news to my so? I know she has a delicate relationship with money because her parents have struggled with debt and other things. I don't want the dynamic of our relationship to change because of this money. We are also currently in a discussion because she wants children but I do not. We decided to wait until the future to really sit down to see what we want to do regarding this topic. Advice would be appreciated. I'm overwhelmed with this entire situation, and if someone has gone through something similar, please help. Don't talk about money until it's protected by a trust fund or an investment company. News spread fast when you are rich, and even if your girlfriend doesn't do anything, others will. You can't imagine how many people get sued for their newly acquired fortune, sometimes by people they have never even met, and how often they actually end up having to pay. Trust funds, investment companies come with specific rules that you will set on how money can be distributed, how much, how often, to who, etc., so you can't easily be blackmailed, stolen from, kidnapped for ransom, etc. either. Protecting your money and assets should always be the very first step, no matter how you plan on spending it in the future. She wants children but I do not. Why are you in a long-term relationship? You guys shouldn't even be together and money will only complicate things. I think you should break up yesterday, this issue is crucial. You guys have a huge incompatibility about children. I believe regardless of inheritance issue. Many people will disagree with me, but if you haven't mentioned it yet to her, I suggest you don't. In fact, I wouldn't tell anyone I'm getting $10,000, let alone $10 million. When money is involved, people change and so do relationships. I hope you get the info you need. Don't tell anyone, and if you get married, sign a prenup. That being said, if you can't agree on kids, then just break up now, cause people don't usually change their minds. Honestly, I'd buy a small business visa to the US, or Norway, Switzerland, Monaco, someplace you probably won't get kidnapped or murdered for $10 million. Bounce out of that joint and live off the interest and dividends and never tell anyone ever. I would keep the money in a separate account. If you don't want kids, then get a vasectomy. This money will change relationships. 1. Figure out the kid stuff too. I wouldn't tell her about the money, but I also wouldn't let her continue paying for your groceries when you have 10 mil sitting in a bank. Tell her you got a big raise or something so now you can handle all expenses. Freaked out about perv cousin's new job. I am a male in my 30s, and I have a male cousin 2 years older than me that the family recently discovered as a disgusting pervert. We were at a family gathering and my 19-year-old female cousin got a bit too drunk. My older cousin tried to say something to her in conversation, and she immediately cut him off and drunkenly blurted out, "I am not talking to you after the gross messages you sent to my friends." My older cousin got all offended and walked away from the group. Then another female cousin revealed he did the same to her friends and to her. And then another female cousin said the same thing happened to her as well. Then my own mother revealed that he once sent gross messages to her best friend's daughters back when they were still in high school, and he would have been in his mid-20s back then. She thought the stern talking to he got from my mom and his mom back then set him straight. But based on the recent revelations, obviously it didn't. The fallout from the big reveal is still ongoing and people have not decided yet if he will ever be invited to another family event. But that's a different issue the family can work out ourselves. My issue is about concerns I have with his new job as a high school junior varsity girls soccer coach. He has not played soccer since he was 10 years old and never played in high school or college. How do I handle this? If he hurt someone and I could have prevented it, I will never forgive myself. But if I slander his reputation publicly, my family might not forgive me. What do I do? You need to report it. Honestly, even if there's just a small chance of preventing some poor girl from becoming a victim, it will be worth it. Be anonymous if you want to, but you need to make sure that you include how multiple people have also corroborated this for validity. You could even say that his own family recently found out through a group reveal. You don't have to say you're part of that family too. Report now. The family already agrees he's a creep. He is a predator. Oh no, people like him take those positions for a reason. You should notify the school or even try to alert parents. You could report this all to the school, or to CPS DCF. If you think there's a risk of him doing or saying inappropriate sexual things with the children in his care, you have a moral obligation to report. You may also have a legal obligation. In some places all adults age 18 or over are mandatory reporters. Your report would have more power if you could get some of the girls, women in the family to report as well. Inform the school. If you do not, he will traumatize another young female or many. He is an emotional hazmat problem. What was the content of the gross messages? Oh, this is one that really should be reported. Get screenies and printed copies of some of those messages. Send them to your cousin's boss, the principal, superintendent, etc. Tell them that this is just the top of the pyramid, and let them know you have an extensive list of family members and friends who have all had these experiences with him. In no way, shape, or form should your cousin be allowed anywhere near any school, much less working for one. He needs to be on a child predator website, not a high school yearbook. Not an easy position to be in. If you could get one of the women in your family to communicate with the school about what they experienced, it's plausible you could save 1+ young women from minor to a lifetime of trauma. Wishing you and your family the best.